Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mir B. If you're not, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, I would love to have you a part of my community. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and give your girls a thumbs up. In today's video, we will be making a 30-minute 1-2-3 meal. This is short, sweet, to the point. If you're like me, you spend 8 hours at work, the last thing you want to do is spend 30 hours in the kitchen. Okay, I exaggerated, but you get the point. Here in front of me, you have all the ingredients that is needed for this meal. It's simple, it's sweet, and to the point. We will be using wild rice, while we have fresh salmon, fresh asparagus, 2 lemons, and all our seasons that will be needed for this recipe. I'm gonna start by preparing my rice since that takes the longest to cook. I started by putting in my 2 1/4 cups of water, the season packet that came with it, and of course the raw rice, and a tiny piece of butter. Then I'm going to put this on the stove and bring it to a boil, and then turn that on low, and then start on my salmon and asparagus. Now that we have the wild rice boiling in the back, we're going to go ahead and get into seasoning the salmon. I went ahead and peeled the skin off the salmon off camera, and I got a question for you guys. Personally, I don't like the skin on the salmon, but I want to know from other people, do y'all like y'all salmon circumcised? I started by seasoning my salmon with a little bit of Tony Creole seasoning, a little Greek all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and parsley. I don't know why. It doesn't have a taste, but it makes the food look good. I top it with a little bit of olive oil. I added a little extra seasoning on top because I personally like to take my salmon, dab it onto the chopping board, and then swivel it around. And you got to season the size of your salmon. This is what my salmon looks like before I put it in the pan. My ancestors whisper in my ear, add a little bit more seasoning, baby. I'm gonna do just that. Before I put it in the oven, I am gonna go ahead and put my lemon. I like to roll the juices in my lemon. Are a little bit smaller than I anticipated on them being, I did go ahead and cut up an additional lemon to put on top. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven. My oven is preheated to 350, and I'm gonna set a 15-minute timer just so that I can keep an eye on it after it gets to the 15-minute mark to make sure the salmon is not overcooked. I went ahead and cut the butt off my asparagus, and I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning it. I'm not gonna put this in the oven until it reaches the 10-minute mark on my timer, simply because it doesn't take that long to cook and they lose heat really fast. To season my asparagus, I add a little bit of olive oil, garlic powder, pepper, and a pinch of salt. Trust me with this one, try putting some lemon on top. I ran out of aluminum foil, but we're just gonna roll with the punches. I'm gonna go ahead and put my asparagus on my baking sheet. Now, I know y'all looking at my baking sheet a little crazy. It's not dirty, it just have a lot of character. Whoa. So my timer just reached the 10-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven and take a look at my salmon. Okay guys, here's the final look of dinner. We have our wild rice at the bottom, our asparagus, and then our salmon on top. And I'll give y'all a different angle view of this. Also, if you would like to step up your salmon a little bit, this sauce is a really good sauce. I'm a sauce girl. I love a good sauce. This Zong sauce from Trader Joe's, and I'll bring that a little closer for you to see. This sauce is really good. It has a little kick to it. I like to pair it with my salmon. It tastes really good with seafood. So I am gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on my plate on the side.